Hey you guys at PMPBeta, this is Dodorov. This is my third upload to this channel. I am German, so please forgive me my grammar, my accent, and so on. This was a grab bag RU battle versus BeaxSaur. Don't forget to check out his channel if you will check out mine, because he's got funny stuff and so on and so on. So he leads with Gardevoir. I didn't want to toxic him because I saw the trace. I did not see trace, which means he's got synchronized, and my Vibrava is a wallish type of Vibrava with Eviolite. And yeah, I just wanted to U-turn out because I thought I might be faster, but he's got the Choice Scarf, so he's obviously faster. Tricks it onto my Vibrava, gets my Eviolite in return, which doesn't really help him much, but it kinda cripples my Vibrava. I can still use it as Scouter with U-turn. And yeah, I switch out into my Reptile with the U-turn, and I go for the Leaf Blade because we covered top screen and I didn't know he had a Moltres. And the Moltres comes in and is not gonna take shit from my Leaf Blade. But because I'm Expert Belt, physical with Leaf Storm as additional move, I can go for the Rock Slide now. Fortunately he wasn't Scarfed, and thanks to X4 super effectiveness plus my Expert Belt, that's gonna wreck the Moltres. And this is like the third Moltres I caught with this Reptile set, because they always like to switch in on Sceptile. He goes into the Weed Thing, and my Leaf Storm won't do shit on it because it's resisted and I have no special attack investment. So I actually predicted Will-O-Wisp go into my Dugong, because I am a Rain Dance Hydration set, fully invested in Special D. And yeah, he just goes for the Toxic, which is okay as well. It's gonna do actually less than Burn would have done. And he goes for Vanishock after the Toxic, and because I max Special D, max HP, it's not gonna do shit. And Hydration is gonna kick in and heal me off my cure my Dugong of its status. So I'm gonna go for the Scald because it's Rain Boosted, it's Stab, and Weezing is not that good on the specially defensive side, but he goes into Gardevoir, who doesn't take shit from that because Gardevoir has a really good specialty stat. So, kinda expecting the trick, I go back into my Vibrava as he shows me the T-Bolt, so that pays off as well because I'm immune. And he knows I'm gonna go for the U-turn, and goes into his Sergeant Sting, who resists that. And when do you see a Beedrill? Well, usually Beedrills are like probably Agility, Sub, Swarm, Sword Stance, something like that. At least those that I've seen, because I've never actually faced one, I've just seen like moveset videos and so on. So I go into my Dugong to encore him into like his setup move, but he just goes straight for Brick Break, and I know I'm not physically defensive, but Dugong's got decent physical D plus max HP in this case, and that does a shit ton. So my Encore turns out to be useless because he's probably banded. No reason for me to stay in. My Rain turns out wears off right there. So I'm gonna go into Slowking, who should take that Brick Break because although it's banded, it's not Stab, and I resist it. So yeah, it doesn't really do much, and that's nice. So I will just fire off T-Wave on the switch because, well, if you hit something fast, that's always nice. And you wouldn't switch in that Weezing, obviously. So in comes Absol, and that such a hard word. The paralysis on the Absol could come in handy. So I go into my Vibrava to scout what he's gonna do. Maybe Sucker Punch, whatsoever. He goes for a Night Slash, so he might be Scarfed because that's when you run Night Slash on Absol. And without the Eviolite, it's gonna do a fuck ton. And he knows I'm gonna U-turn again, and because that would have been super effective on the Absol, he's gonna switch into Weezing, who resists it and is a physical force, physically defensive force, and it's not gonna do much. But I still gain the momentum. I can go into my Slowking, who can threaten that Weezing with a Psychic. But he just goes for Vanishock, which probably was a misclick in my opinion, or at least I thought so, because he should have gone for Toxic first, in case he predicted me to overpredict, which I do because I expected the Absol to come back in. That's why I went for the Scald, so he doesn't get in his Absol for free on a Psychic. And I get the lucky burn, and I'm just gonna go for that Scald again next turn as he goes for the Toxic, which he probably should have done in the first place. And the Toxic is gonna miss, and I'm gonna get a crit. I don't know if that Toxic miss probably mattered, but I don't know if that crit mattered. Maybe in combination with the burn I would have been able to take him out anyways without the crit, but I'm not sure. Still really hexy this turn. So he goes back into his Gardevoir, goes for the Heal, which I haven't seen yet. So his uh, Absol is healed of his paralysis. Whew, finally made it. But I'm still gonna go for the T-Wave, and because he does not have the Trace, which I have seen on the first turn, he's gonna activate Synchronize, paralyze my Slowking, but that's okay because Slowking is already slow as hell, and I'd prefer Paralysis over Toxic any day on a wall. So I go into my Bro seriously, just to probably set up the rain again and rest hydration back up, but I totally forgot about T-Bolt. Whatsoever, I'm able to get in my Vibrava while he just heal-belled his own paralysis away. And yeah, he knows I'm gonna go for the U-turn again. In comes Sergeant Sting again, who already lost a lot of HP thanks to U-turns, which is kinda nice. So I go back into Bro seriously, just to fodder it out and see what he's gonna lock himself into, because yeah, I'm at too low HP to probably set up the rain and the rest, because that wouldn't require 2 turns and that's probably too long. So I just fodder it out. He goes for X-Scissor, not risking anything, and I go into my Scarf Zangoose. I'm just gonna go for that double edge, because that will hit anything hard I've seen so far, and indeed he doesn't switch out, just leaves in his Beedrill to die, which is nice. So in comes an Alakazam, and he does not know that I'm Scarfed yet, but in case he's Scarfed as well, I can't outspeed, so I will go into my Vibrava to fodder it out and see what kind of set this is gonna be. And Vibrava dies, obviously, so I'm gonna go into Sneasel. Fortunately, he went for the Psychic. And I'm gonna switch out as well this turn to check if he's got the Focus Blast and if he is not choiced in some way. And he does indeed switch out, which means that he is choiced in some way. I'm still hoping it's not Choice Scarf, because that could mean some problems. Yeah, I just stay in. Thought he might overpredict, and also none of my really fast poke Sneasel, Zaptile or Zangoose likes to come in on very, very hard hitting moves. So yeah, I just decided to let my Slowking die, probably. But he overpredicted, went for the Stone Edge, that did almost half. And that enables me to get off a Scald, and get off another Scald on the incoming Gardevoir. And because I'm already paralyzed, Synchronized Burn is not gonna kick in, which really doesn't matter at all. I just decide to stay in, kill off that Gardevoir, because it's gonna die to Burn. I'm just gonna go Slack off here to be at an amount of HP where, in case his Absol comes back in, is forced to go for the night, for the Dark type move / Night Slash, because, well, otherwise he probably could have killed me off with Stone Edge. And he's gonna die to the Burn. That T-Bolt did, yeah, pathetic damage, because Slowking is a specially defensive beast. In comes Absol, he goes for the Night Slash. That Absol is choiced in some way, so because this was grab back, he ended up having like a Scarfer and 2 choice banded Pokemon. I think that Absol turned out to be choice banned. I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me on that. But I know he's choice for sure, and because my Sneasel resists it, Night Slash is a low base power move, and I got the Eviolite, I can safely set up my substitute while he goes out into his Alakazam. He's gonna go for Focus Blast and miss, which is kinda unfortunate, but in the end it really didn't matter, as you'll see. I'm just gonna go for Bite, because yes, Sneasel doesn't even get Night Slash. Best stab move it has is Bite, and that will take out Alakazam for sure, because it's super effective stab and Alakazam is frail as hell. In comes the Absol again, and I'm just gonna go for Sword Stance to make up for that Focus Blast miss. Also it's Focus Blast, and you know Focus Blast likes to miss. But he turns out to be slower, which in the end means that he wasn't Scarfed. And he just goes for Superpower, breaks my sub, but now I'm at +2 and he's at -1 defense, so my Ice Punch will easily take him out in one hit. And that's gonna be the game. So that was a good game. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Of course, also leave feedback, because that's what I'm doing this for. Tell me what you think about my layout. I know some people say it's overload, I know. But I actually prefer this while narrating because it helps me keep track of what is going on and how many entry hazards have been set up, if weather is still in effect, status, and so on and so on. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to PMPBeta, like this video if you did, and see you guys next time.